A teacher had this to say about this generation of kids.
I'm calling out all the parents. If you're a parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet, 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid.
What's up, guys? It's Bad Decisions, where we watch people make
bad decisions.
It's your boy, Sher.
It's your man, Jay. My first thought when watching this video is, aside from the fact that she's very attractive, is that these must be kids in the hood. Like, they sound like some baby kids. And if y'all don't know what that reference is, there was a movie that came out, might have been in the 90s or 2000s, about some bad kids, all right?
Some Boondocks kids.
Some Boondocks kids, but worse, though.
A bunch of Rileys.
A bunch of them. But worse. And then it dawned on me, she's a ballet teacher. When's the last time you heard about a ballet school in the hood? Then she says she starts to reenact one of the parents.
Yeah.
And she's like making it sound like the parent is
Was it Sexy Red?
Name one.
Ski.
I don't even know who these people are.
I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions. And 7 times today, I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. And mind you, this is a mom. Clearly, she didn't want to fucking sit right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it. What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad.
And so now I'm thoroughly confused. Like, what is going on? This must be a school in the inner city that's funded by some nice donors. And I'm being facetious right now, but I was confused. I don't know who these kids are, but they sound like some...
So they need help.
You know what? No, I gotta take that back. The kids aren't the problem. That's the whole point of the video. It's the parents.
It's definitely the parents.
It's the parents. The kids don't know any better. They're 5.
I agree. I don't think everyone should be parents. And the amount of parents I see doing stuff online, social media, for likes to their kids is disgusting. Especially on TikTok. There was this one TikTok trend where, like, the trend was literally to scare your child. It was a fight video. It was like, you got to tell your child they have to fight or something like that. And it was literally parents scaring their kids.
Where your shoes?
Oh,
No, you're not in trouble. We about to go fight, dude. Neighbor want to fight. Neighbor wants to fight me.
Huh?
The neighbor wants to fight me.
Why?
I don't know, but he got somebody your age, a kid your age. We gonna fight them together. Come on, get your shoes, dude. Let's go fight. Come on, dude. Come on, we gonna beat him up. Let's go. Get your shoes on.
But is the kid weak?
Yeah, he weak. Go kick his butt.
But he have a dad.
And I'm gonna beat the dad up, and you beat the kid up.
Okay.
Come on.
I don't know how much of what's going on is social media amplifying what already was happening versus the actual decline, degradation, de-evolution of society.
No, I think it's actually what you just said, the de-evolution of society. And the reason why I say this is I remember when I was younger, 90s kid. It was okay to spank your kid. It was okay to tell your kid, no, not a big deal. Now, you can't spank your kid. You can't tell them no. You can barely even put them in timeout for more than a minute because that's seen as cruel, unusual punishment. And now it's like there's no consequence for any action that your kid does. And I notice it. I'll go to the grocery store. These kids are acting crazy, throwing stuff out the cart. Man, F you, mom, and all this other extra stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's no consequence. Why would a kid act right? Because they can do whatever. You've taught them that they can do whatever they want, and there's no consequence. Raising your voice is being evil to your kid now. So I mean, what else can you do to your kid? I mean, you let them be lawless, and there's no consequence for it. It's crazy. I see more degenerate young kids, like 8-year-old kids, than I do 16. Like back in the day, right? When I was a teenager, they become degenerates at like 14, 15, 16. Now it's like kids are becoming degenerate at like 8.
That's a good point.
back in the day, right, there was a term. This generation before us, they were called like latchkey kids, right?
Right.
So basically where the parents weren't really home and like the kids literally had to do everything. So then what was the result of it? The result was the next generation, the parents became helicopter parents, and they're all up in their kids' business. And their kids don't know how to do anything. Their kids don't know how to do laundry. They don't know how to cook. A lot of people still don't know how to cook, you know? So, I mean, that was the result of it. So now we're starting to notice, like, okay, back in the day, maybe people may have spanked their kids a little bit too hard. But now it's like they don't get anything at all. There's no punishment.
Right. Exactly.
And another thing that's heart-wrenching is horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski Yee. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound? I don't know what to do. And I'm so scared for these little girls today because this is the most insane agenda push I have ever seen in my life.
Quick story time for you guys real quick. So pretty recently, I actually had to watch a family member's kid. I had to watch the children for maybe it was about a day. And the child was really acting up. And I didn't yell at the child. I didn't spank the child. I didn't put him in timeout. But I was like, you know what you're going to do? You're going to do chores. You're going to sweep the stairways. You're going to clean the toilet if it needs to be cleaned. You're going to be doing some chores. And I remember what this child did. The child called the parent, right? They called the relative. And the relative got mad at me. They got mad at me. And I'm like, you should be mad at your child for misbehaving. Long story short, the relative eventually came around and they apologized to me and said, you know, I was wrong and all this stuff like that. But by then the damage was already done. And I already told them that, like, I will never, ever watch their kid ever again. Like, it's not happening. Don't ask me to ever do it. And, you know, to this day, they're still, you know, apologizing, saying, oh, you know, I'm sorry. You know, I overreacted and, you know, I was wrong. But at the end of the day, the moral of the story is that kids got to have rules and morals.
Y'all come in and you're more worried about what's going on your Instagram and TikTok feed versus being a parent. Be a fucking parent. You guys are horrible fucking parents. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but this generation of some of the mom, not all, but majority that I've dealt with kids that are between the ages of 5 and 4 and 3, you guys don't parent your children at all. They have no basic comprehension skills. They can't sit still. No attention span. They're hitting people. They can't talk. They can't communicate. They don't even know how to say, like, I want to go to the bathroom. If you ask them a question, they're rude, nasty, horrible attitudes at 5.
People act like they're kids. This is the problem. People act like their kids are all Einstein. And I'm like, I'm sorry, your kid's out here blowing snot bubbles. Like, your kid's like every other kid, right?
Average.
Yeah, average. They act like their kid can do no wrong. And you know what it reminds me of? You guys ever see, and this is the extreme, right? I admit this is extreme. You ever see like a serial killer get caught? Or you ever see someone do a really serious crime, they get caught? What always happens? They talk to the parent or the grandmother and they're like, oh, Johnny's a great person. They got straight A's in 3rd grade. You know, don't believe it. It's like, no, your kid just did a really heinous crime.
Right.
You sound delusional. That's how I look at these parents when they're like, my kid can do no wrong. Like, my kid's great behaved. Like, no, your kid is not going to be behaved all the time. Your child is just like every other child in the freaking world. They're gonna misbehave. There needs to be rules. They need to follow by it. They need to respect authority. Is all authority good? No, not all authority is good. But for the most part, they should respect their higher ups, their peers, their elders. The whole thing about, you know, kids not having to respect their elders, to me, is crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's embarrassing, to be honest with you.
You just made me think about, like, what is the symptom here? Sorry, not the symptom. What is the root cause of the symptom? In other words, why are the parents allowing their kids to do whatever they want?
Oh, it's because it's like what we had mentioned before, right? How we had extreme parents before.
So now they're super liberal?
So now we have people that don't believe in being parents, that think their kid is like their best friend.
Yeah.
Where they think that they could like hug their kid and they'll think that gets rid of their bad behavior.
I see.
Ultimately, I'm going to say that she made a good decision making this video.
Right.
Because a lot of people need to hear this, unfortunately, because we have a lot of parents who don't believe in teaching their kids anything. Yeah. They're letting the internet teach their kids, and they're wondering why their kids want to listen to twerking music. Well, you know, you let the internet teach your kids.
I mean, you used the word earlier. You said delusional. So it's a good decision for her to make this video. But at the end of the day, it's not going to change anything. That's the thing. There's too much dogma going on in the world right now. You cannot change people's position on once they've dug their feet into the ground. That's it. That's it. You can give them all the evidence in the world to counter to the contrary, or whatever the argument is, not argument, whatever the belief they have is, and they're still not going to change.
Yeah, you can't fix an idiot.
I guess you'd have summed up what I said. Well, then pretty much.
They're idiots. I'm sorry, they're idiots.
Now listen, I don't know what it is when you let your 5-year-old children watch twerking videos.
Lord.
That's because...
That's insanity.
We do freeze dance. You guys' daughters are twerking at 5. 5. Where's the parenting? Where's the boundaries? Where's the help? Y'all are not helping your kids. You're hurting them. You guys are hurting them.
They don't understand that isn't something that's just okay. Like, it's a sexual dance.
Well, it's for clout. Because, you know, like, a lot of people that let their kids listen to that kind of stuff and let their kids, you know, take part in that, what do? They post it on social media. Oh, my kid. So what are you going to say? Good decision, bad decision, her post this video?
I'm going to say it's a whatever decision. Like, good for you for speaking up on it, because we have too many people online that are speaking the nonsense. So we need to have some rational people speaking online. So for that reason, good decision. Will it change anything? Probably not.
I'm glad it's a woman who said it. Thank God.
That too.
Because if it's a guy saying it, they gonna twist it all kinds of ways.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's a good thing it's a woman saying it.
So shout out to her for saying it. Shout out to her for her even teaching little kids. That's, you know, that's good. All right, guys, this has been Bad Decisions. If you think she made a good decision, leave a like and leave a comment. If you think she made a bad decision, leave a like and leave a comment. Decision makers, we're out.